Hello guys, welcome back to Sun Crypto. In today's content, we're going to talk about BTC, we're going to talk about Ethereum, we're going to take a look at the dollar. We're also going to talk about basically most alts such as Link, SNX, Carver, Neo, and SPX. All right. So if you want me to basically cover any alt, let me know in the chat room so I can basically take a look at it. Right. So as you guys as you guys know already, right? We're already pumping above like a 12k. We smashed 12k, looking to break 13k and so on. All right. So are we going to be able to break 13k? Now that's a big question. So if you take a look at BTC right now, if you take a look at BTC, we talk about this trend line in my basically premium group and also in our public Telegram group. The trend line we got right, this trend line, if you back test it right and you basically extend the trend line, you can see like since 2014, not 2014, 2000 basically 17 right there, you can see like we could not break it right there when when I talk about it, like when BTC was pumping above like 11.5 and so on, and I was like, guys, let's just take profits, right? Because most likely we're gonna get rejected by this trend line, so we could possibly look forward to retest like somewhere around like a 10k and so on, right? So now we're back to the same level again. Are we going to be able to break it? That's a big question. The volume looking great on the 7-day chart. This 7-day chart just started like on the 21st, right? And you can see the volume we got right now, it is just about like half of the last week volume. So it means in 1 day, right? In 1 day, we the bulls were able to basically pump the price with just like half of the the volume of the last week. You see what I'm saying? So in 1 day, we basically pump like a lot. Okay, pump like a lot. So it means we got a lot of more volatility over the next 7 days. So if we're gonna be able, if like we're gonna match like a last week volume, it means like volatility going to be high, right? But we just don't know. The rest of the volume could also be a selling volume. So we just have to be very cautious. Even if you're bullish, right? You're looking for 300k BTC, 400k BTC, and all of that good stuff, right? We got to be able to be careful because we got 5 more days to go, and we already match like 50% of last week volume. So 5 days is a lot. Okay, if we're going to get rejected, it means we're going to get rejected all the way down below 12k and so on, because we got a lot of more volume coming in, right? We're going to get a lot more volume basically over the next few days and so on, all right? So let's just keep that in mind. So if we get rejected, what I'm looking for, if and only if we get rejected, I'm looking for the same trend line right there, okay, to support the price again. So as you can see, like back in December, right, I was looking for price to dip lower, but take a look at it, that this trend line, this blue line basically was supporting the price right there, just about like July, May through July, same trend line been supporting the price. And you take a look at like just about like first week of September, we got the 21 EMA and the trend line at the same time supporting was supporting the price, right? So if we get any dip, we could expect, right, the price to get bulls to be buying just about like 11.3, 11.2 and so on. Can it dip lower? Absolutely. If like we get a dip below this trend line, we're just gonna have to suck it up, right, and watch our weekly 100 EMA. Weekly 100 EMA right now, it is just about like 8k, but it is going to be moving higher, right? So we could say like somewhere around here, right? Just approximating, right? So we could say like we could easily get a nice support just about 10k. All right, we could get a support just about 10k and so on. Hey, what's up, Cavish in the house? Humi in the house. Hey, what's up, Craig? Thanks a lot for tuning in. Sweet Canary. Hey, what's up, Sweet? Bashan. Bashan in the house. Patrick in the house. So let's keep that in mind, guys. So we're moving to too fast right now. Okay, we're gonna take a look at the lower degree and see what type of a correction we could be getting over the next few days, and so on, right? So most of the time, whenever BTC pump this much, right, you could expect like a big correction. Okay, what I mean about big correction, it could be big in terms of timing. It could take like a 3 to 5 days just to move sideways between like a 12.5 to 13.3, right? Or we could just all of a sudden just dip down to like a 10.5 to 11K and then basically try to move back up and so on. But we're going to take a look at the lower degree and all of that good stuff, right? So now let's take a look at BTC on Bitstamp. So if you take a look at BTC on Bitstamp, you can see like we already broke resistance, right? Without no trend line and all of that good stuff. Resistance broken. Okay, so we got zero resistance, right? If you take a look at it on the higher time frame also, like that's going to be the first candle, right? Even on the 21 days candle, right? That's going to be the first candle closing green above just about like 12K since 2017, right? So that's incredible. Okay, so the bulls, regardless how bearish we are, right, the bulls basically doing a great job right now. Okay, if we're going to be able to close above like this area by like the first week of November, that's going to be great. That's going to be great. And at the same time, we talked about the 50-day candle last time. We said the next 50-day candle going to start like in 5 days, right? Like October 27th, right? So, and we already know, right, the last 50 days of every single year over the last 3 years, right, been actually very, very volatile. You take a look at it like October 2017, right? October 28th, we pumped almost 250%, right? From 6K, right there, just about like a 57, all the way up to 20K, right? You take a look at it, October 28th, right, 2018, we also dumped 50%, right, from like 6K all the way down to 3K. And you take a look at it, same thing. Okay, October 28th, 2019, we dumped from 10K all the way down to 6,400. So I'm not saying we're gonna dump like October 27 and so on, but all I'm saying is we're gonna get a very, very high volatility from like from October 27th, 28th, all the way up to like a second week of December, just about like December 16th, December 17th, because the 50-day candle gonna close December. It's gonna close on December 16th and so on, right? So if you're bullish, you just have to suck it up, right? Don't have to do anything, just enjoy the ride. But if you're bearish, you could possibly wait for like next week to see if we're gonna get high volatility and price gonna get rejected at that trend line, and you could easily expect like some price rejection, all the way down to the weekly 21 EMA at least, right? Yeah, so that's what I'm looking for, at least within the next few days and so on. If price is going to be able to stay above like a 12K and so on. If not, we could possibly be looking for lower numbers from BTC. But market is extremely bullish right now. It is not time to short the market, really. Best thing to do is just wait for rejection, right? So next thing we're just going to talk about, it is going to be our 2-day 21 EMA. As we said it previously, right? We said if BTC closes above the 2-day 21 EMA and MACD crosses bullish, bull's gonna be in control. So what the bears need to do is like we're gonna need to basically see price to dip below the 2-day 21 EMA. Excuse me, guys. Let's try to get the MACD. So what we're gonna need is like on a 2-day basis, right? as soon as we pump in this range, I was like, guys, even before we pump in this range, right, just about like October 6th, right, I updated my premium and I was like, guys, if you back test it right there, and I showed you like multiple reason why if we break the 21 EMA right there, okay, we broke the 21 EMA on a 2-day basis. MACD already crossed bullish, price basically just pumped it upside. We got another one right there. We basically took it from like a 10.5 range and then took it all the way up to 12K. And I was like, if we're going to be able to do the same thing right there, you can see like right there, we got the MACD crossing bullish, right there MACD crossed bullish, and then we basically looking for higher numbers. So in order to basically stay bearish, we're going to need basically price to dip below the 21 EMA on a 2-day basis, right? It's not gonna be today, right? I don't think like bear is gonna be strong enough to give us like a 20 to 25% drop today, right? But who knows, right? But let's see over the next few days and so on if we're gonna be able to move sideways. If you're bearish, you're just gonna have to suck it up and wait, and after that you could be looking for a weekly 21 EMA and so on. Strike it all the way down to the weekly 21 EMA. If you're bullish, you don't need to do anything, just suck it up, stay with the trend, and until you basically the trend, until you see like the trend reversing to the downside. What is the right level to sell BTC? Hey, what's up, Cannibal Def? A good price to be selling. I mean, really, we don't have any resistance like on the bigger picture. You could say like a 14K, most likely going to be a good level of resistance. You could possibly try to take some profits and see what the market gonna do at 14K, right? Because most people are gonna be like, man, why would I be buying BTC at 14K? So even though most Moon Boy is gonna be calling for 300K, 10K Ethereum and all of that good stuff, you just gotta be careful, because if you take a look at it, guys, one thing about this market is like we tend to forget about what happened like few weeks ago, not even few months ago, but few weeks ago. But take a look at few months ago, right? June 2019, right? All the way up to basically October 2020, guys. That's over like a 480 days we've been moving sideways. What I mean sideways, like we've been calling for like 300,000, 50,000 and all of that good stuff over the last 480 days. So if we're gonna start to call again 50K, we're gonna be selling our houses, right? Selling gold and all of that good stuff to jump in and go all in BTC, we might be in the same level for the next 500 days, right? I'm not saying we will, right? But 480 days ago, you did not expect BTC to be moving sideways. So you just got to be careful, take profits, right? And see what the market going to give you over the next few months and so on, all right? That's what I think, is the most reasonable scenario. If we break 14K strongly, and break above like 15, then you're gonna be like, okay, we don't have no more resistance, and we could possibly try to retest like a 20K and so on, all right? But at least take some profits and see what the market gonna do, right? So thanks a lot, Bashan. So let's see. I mean, market is bullish. Regardless, once again, okay, regardless how bearish you are, market is bullish until we basically see a reversal, right? I said it right there, above the 21 EMA. I tried to find some rejection just about like a 12K, but market just crushed market just like crushed 12K and pumped to the upside. So I was like, guys, let's take a look at Ethereum. So we're gonna move on to Ethereum, because Ethereum Moon Boy is calling for 10K and 10K and so on. So my Ethereum setup is like this, right? I said it like few hours before the breakout, right? We were going like live in our basically Discord channel, and I was like, I don't have any position on Ethereum, right? Because it is very hard to trade Ethereum right now. last time I was bearish on Ethereum in this range, and then it reverses, right? It reversed to the upside. So I'm just going to be cautious this time, right? And you can see I was like, if we break, I'm just going to wait. Even though the pattern is bearish, I just want to practice be cautious, right? If we break, if like we break out to the upside, I'm going to take it. And if we break the trend line to the downside, I'm just going to take it. So I'm not going to be aggressive with my money on Ethereum in this range. Okay, you can be a moon boy calling for all of that good stuff, 10K, but I just didn't want to be aggressive and try to basically long it at 370 and so on, when I know last time I tried to be bearish on Ethereum, it basically just crushed me and then pumped to the upside. So this time I'm just gonna play safe, and I did. As soon as we broke out above like a 388, 390, we took the long position, and we're looking for all the way up to 365. I don't think we're gonna pump to 365 within the next few hours. It could be very challenging. As you can see, this 412 is basically 0.618, and most moon boys, they love to take profits at 0.618 right there, exactly as we expected, right? So next level we're going to be looking for, it is going to be 440 to 460 area. That's going to be primary take profits. This level is like, just guys, move stop loss. Okay, we hit 412, either take some profits, maybe 20%, put stop loss at entry, and see what the market going to give you, right? If we pump above it, you just move stop loss a little bit, maybe chop out some more profits until we basically hit like a point, 0.786 to 0.888, and basically you can either choose to get out or basically reverse the the trend. All right. Another thing also I wanted to point out on Ethereum, on the 7-day chart for Ethereum, let's take a look at it on Binance. So if you take a look at Ethereum, similar to BTC, I'm kind of skeptical a little bit, even though I'm bullish right on Ethereum right now on this trend. It's like the volume is incredibly high, I mean incredibly low, but the candle is incredibly big. You know what I'm saying? So we're getting some sort of divergence between candle and volume. Low volume, big candles, low volume right there, and a very big candle. So it means, and that's a 7-day chart, and we got 5 more days to go. So it means, right, either Ethereum going to get rejected very hard after we pump to that level. The sooner we get there, the most likely we're going to get rejected, because we're going to need another like 3 to 5 days of trading, and volume already picking, breaking resistance, most likely going to break resistance right there. So the bulls going to lose some control at 465 to 440 area. So it is a good level to take profit. So either way you look at it, you got to be able to take profit if we break above like 440 and so on, before the bears stepped in. Going to be stepping in, and then basically try to dump the price back down to like a 450 and so on, if and only if we're going to be able to pump to that level. All right, if and only if. So Ethereum, let's go back to Ethereum macro picture, because I think like we're still on a downtrend for Ethereum, right? So if you're a moon boy, you might be waiting for 10K, but Ethereum, until we basically break this level, we cannot say like we're going to be going to like a 10K and so on, right? Even like $1,000. So let's see if we break this key level of a 480 to 490 level. Next level of resistance for Ethereum going to be right there, just about like $800. So right there. So but I want to see Ethereum break I want to see Ethereum to break 480 strongly, right, with a very big volume on a weekly basis, and we could be looking for $800 after that. So but let's see. Okay, let's hope not. It is not going to be a double top, right? Because it is a possible double top. The sell-off we got from like a 480 last time was pretty big. You can see like the volume was pretty significant, right, on Binance. So in order to break this level of a 480, we're going to need at least a big volume to break it. Okay, we're going to need big volume to break like a 465 to 480, and we could just long it all the way up to basically $800. Nothing else to do. You just ride it, put a stop loss, and basically suck it up and wait for a few more weeks, and then most likely we could hit basically $800 and so on. But I would like, once again, I would like to see Ethereum break this level. If we do not break it, I'm not going to try to be aggressive in trying to basically time the market and saying like, oh, I want to basically increase my profits, I'm going to jump into early and all of that good stuff. If market is not going on our way, we just have to wait. Okay, just have to wait. Market going to be around forever, so no need to be aggressive with the market. Let the market do the aggressivity. So no more doom boys. I mean, I'm still a doom boy. All I'm saying is we're still making lower highs, right? Right there, right there, right there. Okay, so it's no, we're not basically breaking like 14k. Ether is not breaking yet 480. We're not even breaking yet 800. So in order to be a moon boys, guys, we got to be able to break at least key levels, all right, for Ethereum to be a moon boy, right? But it doesn't mean we cannot basically long it, right? If it breaks key levels, right, we gotta suck it up and long it. You take a look at $800 also, it is at 0.786, right? Right there, and 0.888, it is going to be just about like almost $1,000, okay, 1,100 for Ether, just about like 1050 to be exact. So let's keep that in mind, right? But 0.618 most likely going to give us like a tough time to break, and if we break it, we just suck it up and then basically take it to the upside. Oh, you're still waiting for the August 2nd, the midnight drop. Yeah, that was a big drop, that 1,500 points drop, August 1st for me. So let's see if we're going to be able to get those type of drop within the next few days and so on. But the bull's looking very strong, right? So no telling right now, right? No telling what's going to happen. So let's move on basically to chain link. So as you can see, link, we're gonna start off with the weekly time frame, right? So chain link, we got a support on the weekly basis right there on the 21 EMA, just like BTC and Ethereum. So link as not we broke like just about like, let's go ahead and take a look at it on the lower degree. So link as not we broke this this 8-hour 21 EMA yesterday, right? I was like, guys, let's just suck it up, because most likely, all right, this pattern is just a correction right there, because you guys remember we long link from just about 10.5 all the way up to like 11.8 and so on, right? So it dipped down. Well, I was looking to short link right there 10.3 all the way down to 9.3, but price got supported at 9.8, 9.7. I was like, guys, okay, we most likely going to reverse and not going to dip down right there, because that's the level I was looking to also like flip it just about like 9.3, 9.5, but it did not basically retrace all the way down to like a 9.3, but got bought up at like 9.7 and so on. So just about like a 10.7, 10.8, we said like, just let's suck it up. It is most likely going to be reversing, and we're going to be looking for like a 13.8, 13.5, right? 13.5, it is basically previous resistance for link. So it is right there, previous resistance, right? And it is at the same time like 0.618. So let's see if the bull is going to be able to push higher in this range. Most likely going to get rejected, retrace down to this trend line, probably move sideways, and then basically pump to the upside up to $16. So I got a target for link up to $16, but I'm not waiting for it, all right, all the way up to $16. If we break like this trend line, most likely start taking profits all the way up, because you're not sure if the bulls going to be strong enough to basically pump all the way up. So I would just load a position, like take profit position every every maybe 2%, something like that, 3%, you basically make sure to take profit and not wait for, for the entire 40% move and all of that good stuff, right? Because market is crazy. Last time I was trying to, look for a target up to 13, but guess what? We got rejected at 12. Even though we entered at 10.5, we got rejected at 12. Still, you took some profits, but the good thing is, like, you took some profits, right? The bad thing would be like if you just try to wait all the way on one go, right? So let's keep that in mind, right? So now let's go ahead and move on to Neo. Okay, so Neo, similar to Link, I got a target all the way up to like a 21.5. We broke this trend line for Neo, even though the pattern is pretty much bearish, because the previous move, you could say it is still, let's see, the previous move, you could say like it is pretty aggressive, right there. And you could just say like the current move is actually just a three-way move pullback, and you could be looking for a further move down, right? But it might not be that way, because I've seen it on Algo and Tezos. Both of them, made the same structure, but they just dropped like halfway, just about this level, and they're looking to push back up. So, but Neo is not giving us a pullback. We got this three-way move. You're thinking like it's going to drop down. It might just give us this move all the way up to the 0.618. So regardless, okay, are we going to be dropping down to like 17 and then pump to the upside? That's a big question, but we already broke the trend line. So let's just stay with the trend and see if Neo going to be able to retest like a 20.4 and like 21 to $22, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at LTC. So Litecoin, I was looking for Litecoin to hit like 57. I don't trade Litecoin a lot, but I just had a target for it like up to 57, but it did not give me time to adjust with the with the PayPal news and all of that good stuff. This sucker just pumped all the way up to 57. So what you need to do is like just let it consolidate over the next few hours, few days, and see if you're going to be able to break 56. Because if we break 56 to 57, you could be looking for right there, like 62 next target, up to like a 65. That's your next level of trading zone right there. Okay, so you're already at 57, so nothing else to do. You just have to wait for market to consolidate, retest like 53, 52, and so on, right? And then you could be looking for like a further push to the upside up to 61 to basically 65 area, right? So let's move on to Kava. So I was bullish on Kava, right? One of the reasons why I was bullish on Kava yesterday in my premium group was like because we shorted Kava from like right there, just about $2 all the way down to like a 175, right? Before the pump, we took it right there, a 12% move right before the BTC pump. So, but I did not get the chance to adjust to a flip long on Kava, but you can see we got a nice triple bottom, 1, 2, and 3. So we could expect like some sort of like a push back up from some sort of pullback from Kava. All right, so let's see if we're going to be able to break this 6 hour 21 EMA. We already broke it, so most likely going to get some sort of rejection, move sideways in this range. But as of now, just like Algo and Tezos, a flat correction right there, not breaking this area of 180 to 170 level, right? As long as we do not break it, it is most likely going to be pushing back up. However, if we break it, it is going to look very, very bad, right? Because that's 382 and 50% pullback going to be just about like $1.15, so on. That's the next level of support for Kava if we break this support level. But for now, I'm just bullish until we basically break 175, and we could be looking for like 115, just flip short and look for some lower numbers to the downside, right? Because one thing you just got to keep in mind also for alt, you could be bullish, but you cannot be extremely bullish on alt. You can be, I can be bullish like for, you know, maybe 10 to 15%, right? But I'm not bullish for a, you know, 60%, 70% move and all of that good stuff, right? Right. So what I'm looking for, I'm just looking for a possible pullback up just about this area of like a 230 max, right? 230 to 235, and we could look for a possible reversal after that, a probable retest of you know, this 50% of this move, right? And after, we're going to take a look at it on the macro scale, like a 3-day chart and so on. We're still not yet retesting the 3-day 100 EMA, rejected from the 21 EMA. In order to stay bullish, we got to be able to start like pumping above the 3-day 21 EMA. That way I'm going to be like very, very bullish. But as long as we're staying below a 3-day 21 EMA, most likely, you know, we're not going to be seeing like some very, very big move and all of that good stuff. It could just be like some sideways correction, bump up and down and all of that good stuff, right? So stay cautious with it, even though it looks bullish on a lower degree. So let's move on to SXP. So SXP is similar to Kava. We also took a position right there, you know, just about like a 119, 120, all the way down to like, you know, 108 to 107. That, you know, that's our take profit, right? So we took profit right there, but did not flip long, and you can see like it is pushing back up. So that was like 8 to 12% move we were looking for. We got it, flip back long. So let's see over the next like few hours if like we can basically retrace down to like 111, right? At least 111 to like 101, right? 111 to 110 actually, right? Roughly 111 to 110, and then we can try to pump all the way back up to like a 138 to 140. So it could be a nice pump, but we got to be able to find support right there, just about like 110, give or take, right? Just about 110. So nice triple bottom. So for SXP. So let's take a look at SNX. So SNX, we also, you know, I was looking for this 3.6 target when SNX was like actually $4, right? 4.2. We hit target, pump into the upside. So next level of resistance, it is pretty much clear. It is right there. Okay, just about like the 8-hour 100 EMA or the 12-hour 100 EMA, which is just about $4.33. Okay, current price just about like a $3.39, right? So let's see if we're going to be able to break 439. Okay, actually 436. Okay, if like we can break 436, next target I'm going to be looking for, it is going to be roughly around like a $5 range, right? Which is going to be next resistance right there, right? So now let's go ahead and take a look at the dollar. So the dollar, I was not extremely bullish on the dollar because, as I said it, you know, last month, and I said like the dollar, I'm looking for a possible daily divergence, right? What I'm looking for is like we could possibly get this move, right? And the dollar going to be retesting the bottom right there. That's exactly what we said, right? So, and you take a look at it, and the dollar was like 94 when we said it, right? So right now we already broke this support area in a head and shoulder pattern formation, right? You got this move, you got your two shoulders, your head, broke the neckline. That's just a pushback, you know, a pullback, pushing back up to the resistance level. We could be looking for another dip down, you know, all the way down to this level of 92. After that, we could be very, very bullish, all right? Because we got this 3 up, 3 down. We're going to be looking for this 5-way move to the upside from the dollar after that, right? So expect a dollar reversal, you know, just about like a 92, right? If we're going to be able to dip down and find support at 92 area. Hey, what's up, Aldo? Let's take a look at hey, what's up? K Forwards? Thanks a lot for tuning in. So let's take a look at ADA. Don't think I got a setup for ADA. Let's see. So I think ADA weekly is easier to analyze right now. One thing I noticed on ADA weekly is like we already got a bearish crossover on a weekly basis right there, right? And price is still pushing back up, so we can push back up to like a 0.618 to 0.786, but we might not get a a bullish crossover. And if we do not get a bullish crossover, it means like we could be dipping down for ADA, right? However, if we get a bullish crossover, right, and break this previous previous resistance of 14 cents, we could possibly see some further numbers from ADA. So what you need to do, first thing first, right, look for a possible retest of 0.786 to 0.618 right there. Okay, and look for a possible rejection on MACD crossing bullish, right? So if the MACD doesn't cross bullish, right, and we already price retest, like let's say price retest like 13 cents and so on, that's going to be very bearish, because it means like you're going to get a possible divergence, not possible divergence, but you're going to get a nasty rejection. Okay, you're going to get a nasty rejection, and MACD could start to basically travel much faster, which means like price going to get rejected very hard, and we could be dipping lower from this range. But if we get a bullish crossover on the MACD, it means either you're going to push higher, right? Price going to try to make a right there, make a high highs, and MACD is not going to be basically making a higher high, right? And you're going to get a possible divergence. Right, so you could get your MACD to cross bullish, but doesn't break this level, but price going to be breaking out to the upside, and we could even look for like 1.27 to 1.41 area, which is like 18 to 20 cents, right? So, but I would just be cautious until we basically break like 15 cents. Stay with it. If you're long in it, stay with it, and then maybe take profit at 13.3, 13.4, and so on, and let's see after that what market gonna give us, right? Yeah, thanks a lot, K for Liberty. So let's go back to BTC, and we're going to talk about BTC on a lower degree regarding what I'm expecting. So what I'm expecting from BTC, I talked about it last night. Excuse me guys, 1 second. Okay, so what I'm expecting from BTC on the hourly basis, it is basically the same thing I was just explaining to Aldo, right? Versus ADA versus ADA USD, right? So you can see like price gonna try to pump back up to a 0.786, 0.618, but MACD is not crossing bullish, so that's not good at all. It means like even if we pump to that level, right, we're most likely going to be dipping down, right? Try to find support either on the 15 minutes, right? We could possibly try to find support after that on the 15 minutes 100 EMA, and get a nice ABC correction. 1, 2, and 3, okay, or even like the 100 EMA on the hourly. All right, it all depends on volatility, which one going to be supporting the price, right? We could get this move down, or we could possibly get a triangular formation. We just don't know. After a big move, I said it multiple times, whenever you get a big move, expect sideways correction. You don't want to trade it unless like you want to scalp it, but you just just have to be cautious after you get a very big move to the downside, after a big rejection. That's what I mean, right? So we could get also a triangular formation right there, right? Either a descending triangle or basically a symmetrical triangle. That's an ugly triangle. Let's just say something like this, right? Because we don't have a rejection level right there, so we just don't know how to slope this line. We could just say something like this, right? Right, something like that, right? So that's what I would be expecting over the next like a few days and so on, over the next few hours. This gonna allow alt to basically pump, right? If BTC going to be moving sideways, most likely, okay, most of the alt they're gonna pump like 15 to 20%, right? But BTC has to stay basically in this range of basically 13 to 12.5 and so on, right? Bitcoin Cash broke out. Let's see. Let me see if I got it set up for Bitcoin Cash right there. So Bitcoin Cash, I like the weekly. So let's see, Bitcoin Cash. So, yep, I think I got the week set up for Bitcoin Cash, right? So Bitcoin Cash, we basically got rejected just about like 319 last time, right? Could not break this area of 319. Now it is pushing back up above the weekly 211 EMA. That's the level we longed it last time from a 319 all the way up to basically like a 330. So but we could not break above 330 area. So let's see, we basically looking to close above the weekly 211 EMA. That's going to be very bullish if we're going to be able to close above it. I mean, it is actually bullish right now. It's just aggressive to jump in if you did not basically accumulate at the bottom right there. But it is bullish, and we could be looking for a retest of a 305 up to like a 320 area, right, for Bitcoin Cash. As long as it is moving above the 21 EMA on the on the weekly basis, it looks great. Okay, it looks great. So let's take a look at 3-day chart. So 3-day chart, similarly, right? We're looking to break the 100 EMA on the 3-day basis, so that's good. This candle gonna close like in roughly 30 hours, right? 1 day, 8 hours, right? So let's see if we're gonna be able to stay above this range. Even a dip below like 250 to 55 area going to be okay, right? It is still going to be in this range of accumulation. Even if we dip down and retest this level, it is still going to be okay for a possible retest of 300. But we just don't want to break like 240. Okay, if we break 240, we just have to suck it up and then try to find support at 200 again, right? So but the key takeaway for the key takeaway is like we're looking okay, right? Looking bullish and looking to take it all the way up to 303. I don't know. You put it in, you can put it on DAI or you can put it on USDC. It all depends on it all depends on you, right? So but most people don't want to use a USD tether, so let's see. All right. Oh, man. Yeah. So also let's just be cautious, guys. Market is very bullish, but alt, they still below the 2 weeks high, right? So they're not pumping that much. All right, they're not pumping like 15 to 20%. They're just pumping like 8 to 13%. That's not a lot. They dropped massively like over the last few days. That's one of the reasons why I've been shorting alt the last 2 weeks, because actually not 2 weeks, just about 10 days since like last Monday after we pumped, right? I was long in like, I think dot and band at last, and then they started reversing. So that's how I knew alt were gonna reverse, because we were long in like Ether was good, Neo was good, Kyber network was good, right? But as soon as I started long in a dot and a band, and then they reversed on me. I was like, guys, let's just flip short, okay? So no, if like you got two alt reversing on you, that's not good, right? So we flipped short right away and been shorting alt like since like I think Tuesday or something like that, right? So last Tuesday we've been shorting alt all the way down to like all the way down to the bottom, right? So a DAI doesn't fluctuate like the dollar. Yeah, I mean, if it doesn't fluctuate, it is better. It is better to use DAI than to use Tether or USDC, right? But the market is volatile enough. So a Loom network. Let's take a look at Loom. Loom BTC. So so Loom, you guys remember we had a nice run from Loom, right? When Loom was like, I think like 180, I was like, guys, buy Loom, because target was like 390 to 400. But right now Loom is not looking that bullish. So alt, I think it is better to stay with BTC right now, right? Unless you leverage trading. But if you're swing trading alt, for most alt, right, they're not looking that great. Okay, they're not looking that great. You rather buy BTC and stay with BTC, right? Then try to buy alt to increase your BTC, because they're not reversing. Okay, they're still facing down, making high lows and very weak buy volume. So next level we could be looking for Loom, it is going to be just about like 75 range. All right, I know it is a lot, right? But gotta remember, when we call for the big move, we call for the big move. So when we're calling for the down, the drop, we just have to suck it up and call for it, right? So when Loom was like 180, 150, we said, guys, suck it up and accumulate Loom, because we're gonna be pumping a nice 150 to 200% move, right? Right there, 150% move. Right now we can see a possible 50% drop again, right? Again. So but once again, it doesn't mean we can reverse. All I'm saying is we're not getting any sort of like a support right now. Okay, you got a possible horizontal support right there, just about like 150, but I don't think it is strong enough right now to rely on it. Can we pump back up, fluctuate up and down, drop back down? Yes, but all I'm saying is it is not time to get a big reversal, right? It's not time yet. We just have to suck it up, keep buying and hold it for the next alt season, and we're gonna increase our holding once we start like pushing above the 3-day 21 EMA at least. Yes, Tesla's gonna pump back up above $3. I got a Tesla's target. Let me check if I got it. I got the setup ready. Yeah, Tesla looks like I'll go. Yeah, I got a Tesla's target to the downside was this move, right? This move, 1-to-1 extension, roughly right there. Okay, could get 80% of this move down. or you do your fib retracement right there. This one is kind of tricky, but you could look for 0.786 extension and 1-to-1 extension going to be just about 14,000 sats, right? But Tezos USDT, we just about at support area, did not break, we kind of broke it, but you can see like we still below like October 13th high, right, which was like 2.4. so Alto not pumping that high. Okay, they're not pumping that high. So what you need to see is like we gotta be able to break this trend line right there at least, right? You got this one, you already broke this trend line, so that's a good sign. Now we got a nice sort of double bottom. So let's see now if you're gonna be able to break this one. Okay, if you break this one, retest 100 EMA, dump back down to retest the the trend line, we could start to say, hey, let's look for like a 3.4 and higher, right? Which is roughly around 0.786, 0.618 right there. 3.4 all the way up to 3.8 area. But we gotta be able, once again, we gotta be able to break like 2.4, 2.5 and so on, and we're gonna be starting to we're gonna start to be bullish on Tezos. Hey, what's up, Ice Man? You early today, man? I'm doing okay, man. November 4th, I mean, I don't know, like let's see, man. Let's see. We could see like I said, man, the last 50 days of the year, most of the time BTC is very volatile. So we could either we could be bottoming at, we could be bottoming around like December 16, December 17, or we could be topping out, right? So, but we're gonna have to wait and see, because market is bullish right now. Until we break the 2-day 21 EMA, it's not easy to it's not easy to say the bull's gonna give up easily. All right, they're most likely not gonna give up easily. So the bears have to do some work, and price has to stay below 13k, 12k, for the bears to stay confident, right, and show like some resilience. Otherwise, if price stays above like 14k, the bull's gonna be pushing much harder over the next few weeks, right? Over the next few weeks. So VChain is still correcting, a nice push to the upside, a beautiful divergence, but we gotta be able to break like 0.012 and so on, 0.013, which is like daily 100 EMA, and we could be looking for next resistance, which is like 0.015, right? 0.0155. So pretty much similar to Zilliqa. All right, you got double top and basically a nice channel. Oh, OMG, I was taking a short position on OMG before the BTC reversal, but let's see. But OMG was kind of tricky. All right, so it looks bullish. Okay, I was like, we're gonna long it above this trend line, but price was moving sideways so much, right? Never give us a chance to give a clear-cut direction. But right now it is good, like, because we're looking for to long it above this blue trend line, price above the 21 EMA. So it looks great. Okay, it looks great. Next temporary resistance is going to be $4, and after that we're going to be looking for like right there, which is like 4.1 to 4.3, right? So we broke this trend line. That's one of the reasons why I was like, okay, I'm gonna suck it up, because I was drawing the trend line like this, right? So we dropped below it, got support from the 100 EMA, right? I was like, okay, most likely gonna break the 100 EMA, but this sucker just pumped right? Pump right now, got rejected from the 21 EMA. Now we're breaking above the 21 EMA. One thing you could do is wait for the daily candle to close, right? It possibly going to retrace down to 3.3, 3.4, and then you suck it up and take it to the upside, right? So we got a nice double bottom just by the daily 100 EMA right there. Okay, nice double bottom. All right, guys, I'm just gonna call it a day. All right, most likely I might be going live again tonight, so stay tuned. Make sure to hit the likes, make sure to basically subscribe, join our public Telegram group. We got some great traders out there. You know, most of them were bullish, you know, on this move. So make sure to join the public Telegram group for some insight. If you're looking to join the premium for some live discussion, some you know, voice talk on you know, on Discord, live trading talk, all of that good stuff, make sure to upgrade to our premium for the more in detail analysis for alt, you know, BTC and all of that good stuff. All right, Aldo, thanks a lot for tuning in, man. All right, K4 Liberty, thanks a lot, and all of you guys.